None of this is new. We all know this. We all know we're supposed to learn the Bible. We all know we should be able to defend it. We all know we should be able to evangelize. We all know that we're supposed to be help and teach each other. So why don't we? Right? If we know that we should be learning these things, why don't we? I think there's a few reasons. One of them is self-doubt. And it's the weirdest thing that I get this. I can't. I'm not good at that. I just don't have that kind of memory. Okay, first off, yes, you can. And second off, I know you can because you already do it. I have no idea what teams are at the Super Bowl tonight. Don't have a clue. Don't care. Some of y'all do. Y'all know who's playing? You know? Not only do some of y'all probably know who's playing, you can probably sit there and compare notes about players and, this team's probably going to win because they got this defense and there's this guy and they're going to be playing this guy instead of this guy and this guy's still injured, but over here they have this guy and this runner and this kicker, and you know all that and how to compare and the stats and everything. So why don't you study your Bible? Well, I'm just not good at remembering stuff. Really? You got a favorite TV show? That you could explain all of the plot lines and all of the characters and the intricacies of what's going on. So why don't you study your Bible? Well, I'm just not good at remembering things. Okay? Any of y'all mechanically inclined? I could bring my car to you and go, what is that noise? Oh, well, here, let me tell you that. It's making this noise because this part does this and this is supposed to do that. Whenever those two are working together, it's great. But when they're not working together because this is, and you explain to me all the mechanics of that. Okay. Why don't you know more about your Bible? Well, I'm not good at remembering things. I'm just not good at studying. Really? I'd have this problem with the youth constantly. We would sit, before we get into Bible study, we'd just be sitting around, hanging out, talking about TV shows or movies or comic books or video games, and they could tell me in excruciating detail on a video game where the secret levels are, and the secret power-ups, and the different things you're supposed to do, and all those ins and outs of, all this stuff. And then we get into Bible study, they're like, well, I'm just not good at remembering stuff. Yes, you are. Quit selling yourself short. What's the important thing to note here? It's stuff they wanted to learn. The things that you want to learn and study, you will. And look, I get it. There's some things that just come more naturally to some people than others. Okay? James is the car whisperer. I don't understand how it does. He just can be like, yes, this is what's wrong with it. It's mechanical stuff speaks to him. It doesn't speak to me. I'm clueless. But I can go, you know what? I need to understand what my car's doing. So I'm going to go learn that. It might come easier to some people than it would to me. But hey, I might recognize that's something I need to learn. And, the sort of history, learning the Bible, learning things from history. We got this timeline back there that covers 6,000 years, not only of biblical history, but world history. And I've heard several comments about, wow, look at all this information. And it's maybe not your cup of tea. That's not your thing to learn about which people group did this and this war happened over here and this whatever. Okay, so maybe that's not your thing. Some of us just go crazy. We'll just go spend hours back there reading that chart, while others of you are like, oh, that's nice, and head for the door. But just because something comes a little more easy, or maybe not quite as easy, doesn't mean it's not important. Even if something's not easy to you, you'll learn it. If you're at a job and they just say, hey guys, we're going to add on this new thing we're doing, and everyone has to be trained in how to do it. Oh, I don't want to do that. But you have to. Or go find a new job. So what do? You study, you learn, because you have to. If it's important to us, we'll make a point to learn.